Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. So, I'm going to react to another Thomas and Friends audio story by Keith Graham. This was the newest one that was uploaded this morning it was. And this one is one I've been looking forward to since it was teased a while back, which is called Thomas's Spooky Payback. So just now, I reacted to Spencer's Bell I did, and it was a really good audio story that I enjoyed. So you want to see matched out, I had up in the top right corner of your screen. This audio story takes place after the events of Ghost Train, where Thomas wants to get back at Percy for his ghostly tricks. So yeah, and he gets a bit of unexpected help from Terrence the Tractor as well. So I wonder how this is all going to end. Yeah, that's basically all I got to say. Link to what I'm reacting to in the description down below as always. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this.
Thomas's Spooky Payback. Written and told by Kiefer Adams. Thomas the Tank Engine had been on edge since Percy had played a ghostly trick on him. One day he came to the yards to collect Annie and Clarabelle. At first all was calm, as James was the only engine there. But just as Thomas was about to couple to the coaches, "Whee! I'll chuff and I'll pop and I'll break your door in!" wailed Percy at the top of his voice. Thomas almost jumped. "That's not funny," he protested. "I thought it was hilarious," said James. "Says the engine who got frightened by Markland's ghost," Thomas snapped. Feeling quite offended, James puffed away.
Reference to James's ghost right there. Wasn't expecting that so early on in the story.
Percy just smirked. "How many times am I going to spook you, Thomas?" he teased. "Silly little caterpillar," muttered Thomas as he angrily stormed away. Even during the hay harvest, Percy couldn't stop teasing Thomas. The engines would have thought that after Percy got covered in hay and treacle and was called a woolly bear, he would stop. But he didn't.
Oh, I actually thought that this audio story was set between the events of Ghost Train and Woolly Bear. But clearly this is set after the events of both those stories. Okay, that was a bit unexpected right there.
Soon, even Toby and Daisy were beginning to tire of Percy's tricks.
"You need to focus on your work, darling,"
said Daisy,
"and stop causing grief to Thomas."
"But my ghostly trick was wonderful," said Percy. "It was when I was involved," said Toby, "but it's no longer funny." "If that's what you stick in the muds think, then so be it," huffed Percy. "What's Thomas going to do? Get me back?" And he fussed away to some trucks.
He might as well.
"He wouldn't like it if he was spooked,"
said Daisy. "For once, I agree," said Toby. A little later, Thomas was on his branch line. He had brought workmen to repair a signal near Terrence's field. Thomas was quite pleased when Terence chunted over. "You've been looking stressed each time you passed my field. Is everything all right?" asked Terence. "It's Percy," Thomas huffed. "He's always spooking me with that ridiculous ghostly guise he made. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. If he hadn't crashed into that lime cart—" Terence suddenly interrupted. "Lime cart, did you say?" "Yes," said Thomas. "Oh dear," said Terence. "That's partially my fault. Sam the farmer borrowed me to deliver his lime, but a wheel came off at the crossing."
So this is a reference to the deleted scene from Ghost Train, because it showed in the deleted scene from Ghost Train, it showed that Terence was pulling the car, and then obviously the wheel broke, and that Sam the farmer had borrowed Terence, and they had obviously gone for help, but obviously it was too late because Percy crashed into it. So I guess I like the reference to the deleted scene from Ghost Train right there. That's being acknowledged.
"We went for help, but by the time we came back it was all but smithereens." "Which led to Percy crashing into it," concluded Thomas. Then a wicked smile spread on his face.
Oh!
"Terence," he said sweetly. I need your help. That afternoon, Thomas arrived at Tidmouth Station. Percy had been shunting. Hello, Percy, said Thomas innocently. I've just had a lengthy chat with Terence. Oh, said Percy. Shall I spook him too? I don't think so, said Thomas. He was telling me about the lime delivery you crashed into. Percy went pale. Apparently, said Thomas, that lime was being delivered by a grouchy tractor that doesn't like engines. He gets so cross with them, his lights would glow a bright green, and his engine revs in such a way it scares little engines away. Percy trembled. Thomas smirked. I hope you have a good evening going through Crow's Farm Crossing tonight, he said. That's where the tractor lives. Time to go, dear, interrupted Annie. We mustn't be late, added Clarabel. Well, I'll see you later, Percy. Have a good evening. And Thomas scampered cheerfully away.
That's what you're
leaving
this payback's
Percy
going to be
feeling
spooky, that's
rather
for sure.
worried. Percy spent the rest of the day at the big station's yard. When evening came, he did not want to go home. His driver checked him over. Come on, Percy, he said. Time to go home. Percy looked up at the sky and began to worry. Can we stay here for a few more minutes? He asked. Whatever for? Laughed the driver. We've done our work now, and Duck's on the night shift tonight. Oh, yes, of course, said Percy timidly. Soon Percy was leaving the yards and making his way home. Secretly, he wished he wasn't. Thomas's tail was slowly beginning to get the better of him as he made his way down the line. At first, Percy felt fine as he puffed along the line.
Oh, there's the green light!
Usually he liked Crow's Farm Crossing because he always knew where he was, even in the dark. But there was something different about this trip than the one that turned him into a ghost. Percy soon reached Crow's Farm. He braced himself for what would come and was relieved when at first nothing happened. Oh good, he sighed. Thomas was... He suddenly trailed off when he heard a loud revving engine
those green
and
lights.
2 green glowing eyes met him in the darkness. Yikes! Percy cried. It's the tractor! I'm sorry about your lime! I'm sorry! Leave me alone! And Percy took off down the line, not once looking back at the angry, mysterious object glaring at him all the while. Early the next morning, Percy was awoken by chuckling in the yards of Tidmouth. When he went over to look, he saw Thomas talking to Terence. Oh, good morning, Percy, said Thomas. Did you have a good night? No, Percy whimpered. That tractor must have given you quite a fright, grinned Terence.
Oh, it's the shot from Terence's
How did you...
navel,
Percy then realised that Terence was wearing a set of headlamps. What do you think of these, Percy? Terence inquired. Farmer Finney says they'll be quite handy when working at night. This was your angry tractor, Percy, laughed Thomas. That'll teach you for messing up carts of lime, won't it? Then Thomas and Terence guffawed with laughter. Percy blushed a deep shade of red and looked at his buffers. As Thomas and Terence continued laughing, Percy decided that from now on it was best not to bring up ghosts in future.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Kiefer. I understand why Percy was enjoying it, but if I was constantly listening to it all the time, it would constantly it would get irritable pretty quickly. It would. I wasn't expecting this story to take place after the events of Woolly Bear. I thought it'd be a standing story between Ghost Train and Woolly Bear, but yeah, that clearly isn't the case. Even after his Woolly Bear incident, Percy was still teasing Thomas over the ghostly trick. So yeah, and for Thomas came back and bit him right in the buffers right there. Get it? Bite him right in the buffers. Ha! Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, he really made sure Percy was scared, and then when Percy realizing, hopefully he'll stop talking about the ghostly trick for quite some time. But I digress, don't you? Because this is Percy we're talking about, and he'll always try and find a way to bring the story back up whenever needed, but probably not after this spooky payback right here. So yeah, I also love the reference to the scene from Ghost Train where Terrence admitted he was responsible, that Sam the farmer had obviously borrowed him to take the lineman, and obviously, yeah, we all know what happened next. So yeah, not really anything else I can say, but we also had a reference to James's ghost as well, a recent audio story. So yeah, a good spooky payback audio story it is, and can't wait to see what's next from Keeper. If you want to see my previous Tom's reactions on an audio story of Train's adoption, I'll play this on the top right corner of your screen right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video I reacted to. Also know in the comments down below what the videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Links to both of them will be in the description down below. Share this video, subscribe if you're new here, ring that bell to get notified for new videos in the post community tab, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!